All right. Subtracting rational numbers. We're going to take what we did yesterday, and we're going to put a curve. We're going to get a twist in it. Remember when we talked about subtracting integers a few weeks back, like the first week of school, we went over integers and how do you add them, and instead of subtracting, we add the opposite.
Yeah.
Remember when we did that? So that's the first thing we have to do. Change. Keep, change, change. To add the opposite. Keep subtraction, or I'm sorry, change subtraction to add the opposite. You can put keep, change, change, bam, bam, however it is, y'all remember it. Every teacher, I think, has a different little catchphrase. So, what I mean by that is if you have negative 5 minus 4. We don't minus 4 anymore. We keep it. You never change this sign. Never change. That negative 5 is always negative. It is solid. You can't change it. But now this minus, I'm not going to minus 4. I'm going to add negative 4. Good. So now this reads, I have 5 negatives, and I add 4 negatives. So how many negatives do I have altogether? 9 negatives. You can think about it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 1, 2, 3, 4 equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you have, that got kind of confusing, that's lots of lines. 5 negatives plus 4 negatives equals 9 negatives. They're all on the same team. They get along. They're going to fight for the same side. Now, what if they're not on the same side? So we're going to, so if I have, let's do 5 minus 7. We don't do minus anymore. What do? Change it to plus, and then 7's going to be a negative. We don't ever change the 5. We never change the first number. Keep is always that first thing. Keep, change, flip. Keep, change, change. Keep the first number. So I have 5 positives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to add into the arena 7 negatives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Imagine we're playing Red Rover, Red Rover. And they're going to run both lines. It's some wicked game where these 2 lines are going to run and smash into each other. Which team wins? The 7 team wins. How many more players does the 7 team have? 2. This is called a 0 pair. So these 0 out, 0 out, 0 out. This is what's left. Okay? So that's quick crash course over integers. Now, let's apply it to rational numbers. When you've got fractions, same rules as yesterday. What is the first thing that fractions have to have? In order to add them together or subtract them, what do I need? Same denominator. We cannot do anything else unless our puzzle pieces are the same size. So let's do, these all have the same denominator, that's nice. We'll do 1/7 minus 3/7. Ah, no. I wanted something with a different, we'll go 1/4 and 2/3. 1/4 minus 2/3. 1/4 minus 2/3. What do 4 and 3 have in common? Yes, 12. So what do I do to 4 so that there's a 12 on the bottom? Multiply it by 3. So this is a times 3 portal. So if 4 times 3 is 12, 1 times 3 is 3. Still minus. What do I have to do to 3? So this is a times 4 portal over here. 3 times 4 is 12. 2 times 4 is 8. Our end is important, yes. So these numbers don't have to be the same. This is what's important. So that's same denominator. Check. Step 2. Change, subtract, change minus, to add, opposite, or keep, change, change, bang, bang, bam, bam, whatever you want to call it. So this is no longer minus. What is it? Add. And then what do I do? 8/12 turns into negative. Never change the first fraction. So now we have keep, change, change. No, not yet. But I'm glad you're there. All right, next. We do integer rules to numerators only. Integer rules. Numerators only. So I have 3 plus -8. I have 3 positives and 8 negatives. Which team is going to win that fight? The negative team. How many more players play for the negatives? 5 players. And then what kind of players, or what size are the pieces of the puzzle? 12. My denominator is 12. Need a new color. That's brown. Gross. 4. Keep denominator. So 12. Keep 12. That's the fraction part. The decimal part is just, I'm going to turn back a page. If you're not done, I'll turn it back. Don't worry. From yesterday, when we did adding decimals, the only difference today is keep, change, change. Or bam, bam. Whatever you want to call it. Other than that, this stays the same.